While drunk, my fiancée slipped that she and her ex-boyfriend, they had a cuckolding lifestyle. After squeezing out the details, I now feel very uncomfortable staying with her. Jackie and I are both 31, and we've been together for about 3 years and are recently engaged. So, this all started a month ago because we were at the gym and one of the new employees there, a tall buff dude, came up to Jackie and I when we entered. Jackie's face immediately turned red when she saw him, and they started to talk for a bit. I didn't know what was going on, but he introduced himself to me. What I was told was that he was one of her ex's friends. Everything went fine, and we never talked about it again. Saturday night, Jackie and I went out to eat, and we got a bit tipsy. When we got home, we decided to open a bottle of wine, which got us very drunk. We were having sex in the living room when we realized that the blinds were still open. I said something about us being watched while we have sex, and Jackie replied saying that she was used to it. I was confused, so I asked what she meant, and that is when she told me about how her ex and her used to do cuckolding. I decided to ignore what she said and wait until after sex to discuss this. When we finished, I brought up the subject again, and she was reluctant and told me to wait until tomorrow. With all the drinks, somehow, I was able to forget about it and go to sleep. The next morning when we woke up, I brought up the whole cuckolding thing. She had this shocked look on her face when she seems to remember that she told me last night. She let out an "oh God" before taking a deep breath. She then told me that she didn't want to talk about it. I told her that we would be getting married and that I would really appreciate if she would be honest with me. I then quickly remembered Derek, the guy from the gym, and before she even opened her mouth, I asked her if Derek participated within. She then confirmed it by saying, yeah, he was one of them. When I responded with a quizzical, one of them, her face went completely red in realization as to what she just admitted. I asked her to be 100% honest with me regarding this because lying is my biggest deal breaker, and that I would rather know everything now so we can talk about it, than to have it be trickled truth over time and have the emotions be prolonged. What I heard made me very uncomfortable. She decided to be as honest as possible and give me all of the info that I needed. To cut our conversation short, I'll just write down the important things. Her and her boyfriend were together for 4 years, and their cuckolding situation started within the first year. They were really into going to bars and him watching her while she flirted with guys. She then would inform the guys about what was going on, and they would all go home and her boyfriend would watch them have sex. To me, the grossest, and I don't mean to kink shame, part was that they would have unprotected gangbangs where at the end her boyfriend would clean her up by going down on her. By the end of it, she said that there must have been around a little more than 50 guys involved with their cuckolding situation, all ranging the majority black to the rest being white and Hispanic. I am still trying to process all of this, and I don't think I can continue with this relationship. Having the thought of my fiancé being tag-teamed and gangbanged by other men on a monthly basis is proving to be too much for even someone as open-minded as me. Another thing that is really bothering me, but I haven't talked to her about, is that in the past I asked her about having a threesome with another girl and she responded that she isn't into those types of things. I do appreciate that she was honest enough to admit all of this instead of lying. Yes, I know that you shouldn't ask questions if you aren't going to like the answer, but I would rather not like the answer than to something that big be hidden from me. OP made several comments where he had more information about why he felt that way. You being okay with doing a threesome on your terms, but not being okay with her doing them in the past, is pretty hypocritical. I think that there is a huge difference between her and I having a threesome with a woman or a man. I would be okay with me, and her getting gangbanged by 5 guys, and having them all finish inside her so that her boyfriend could eat her out. I'm not okay with her choosing to have group sex with her boyfriend, but not wanting to do it with me. If she had normal threesomes with her ex, but also wanted to do them with me, then I would be okay. Just because someone did something sexually with a past partner does not mean that they have an obligation to repeat it with you. People have the right to have their desires change. With something like group sex especially, it's entirely possible, and rather common, for someone to feel after the fact that maybe they were cheapening themselves and not want to do that again. And I don't want to cheapen myself by being with someone who sees their previous partner as more deserving of sex than what I am getting. He was just her boyfriend and she felt like he was more deserving of group sex, but I, her fiancé, doesn't deserve to at least have a threesome with another woman? That is where my issue stands. I hope that explained what I am thinking. Is a threesome really more important to you than this relationship is? It's not just a threesome. It's me asking her for a threesome and her telling me straight to my face, I'm not into those type of things, while having a sexual history that says the complete opposite. It's also about the fact that in a 3-year span, she had sex with more than 50 people, and some of those times included her having strange men gangbang her and finish inside her. That is not something that normal people can just accept. I would like threesomes with her, both with man and woman, but knowing her past and how sexually reserved she has become will only poison me in the future. What if she gets more and more sexually reserved? What if we go from sex 3 times a week, to once a week, to once a month, to once a year? What is going to happen is that I will forever be thinking of the gangbangs with the 50 men and think about how she doesn't value me sexually. I thought that she was like every other normal sexual person. The thought of, I wonder if my girlfriend has ever had 5 or 6 different men gangbang her and finish inside her every 4 months, never passed my mind,